I'm sorry, I hate to call out my own party, but the young girls on the right promoting this like tradwife bullshit. I just want to make sourdough for my husband. That's great. I'm all for it. I promote traditional values. I understand. I have been working since I was very young. I don't really plan on stopping working. I suggest you find a hobby that makes you money. But you guys, guess what, baby girl? That lifestyle working out, a man, a provider, you just get to sit at home, bake bread every day, slim to none. I would say none that's going to work out for you or quite literally anyone you know. You're actually setting yourself up for failure because it could not be easier, if that's what you're going to pursue, to be trapped by a man. Okay? Also, let's bring some other things to the table besides sourdough. Guys want to be mentally stimulated as well as physical, okay? But I'm just like, please, you guys are too young to be promoting this. And also, by the way, it's cringe. You guys are cringe.
How are you going to say you promote traditional values, but then you're mocking them and thinking it's funny? And let's not just make sourdough. Who gives a fuck? Sourdough's bomb. You know how hard it is to make sourdough? I know how to make bread, biscuits, cinnamon rolls from scratch, and I cannot make sourdough to save my life. Ladies, if you know how to make a good sourdough recipe, get in my DMs right now. One thing about me is we all have differences. I cannot stand this cattiness for no reason. The one thing I can't stand is women who act as if they care for other women and they don't. You started this off as if you were going to come in full throttle and bring this around like we were going to be united. Girl, you made me not like you, because what the heck are you talking about? We could have differences and still coexist. You could still be a woman who wants to be independent, get it, go to the gym, do your own thing, and I will still respect you. You can still be a woman who wants to stay at home, take care of her cute little babies, be a stay-at-home mommy, and love her man, and I'm still gonna love you. I have friends, y'all, that are married with husbands. They stay home, they don't work, and I love them to death. If that's the lifestyle they want to live that sets their soul on fire, that's all I want for my friends. I don't want my friends to be unhappy, and I'm also not going to force my stuff on people. People always say women shouldn't give advice to other women, but when have you ever seen me make a video encouraging women to be 304s? When have you ever seen me make videos encouraging women, hey, stay away from men, they're dangerous, they're all gonna get you? This mindset is awful. There are good men out there. Remember, there's a lot of women who are picking the wrong ones. Remember, there's more single men than there ever was, and the main thing a lot of women are doing right now are picking the men that are cheaters and all that. I'm not judging all women, but this is what's happening. So if women started looking within and started picking men that were good for them, we'd find better men. And that goes for all of us, including myself. I'm a little picky. I'm not gonna lie, especially with me doing social media, I'm very picky with who I wanna be with. Again, that's my fault. I can honestly admit that. But one thing I'm never gonna do is I'm never gonna stray a woman away from a good man. That's weird to me. That is weird to me. Because like I said, I've encountered great men. I've seen great men. I have great brothers, great fathers. So these type of things are wild to say, especially because I grew up in a Hispanic household. Do you know how many women grow up in a Hispanic household or grow up in a certain culture like Samoan women and things like that where it's culture and they are pride themselves on family and structure? There's women out here who die to be mothers. There's women out here who die to be wives. I'm getting the chills saying this because I know a lot of us have that like little girl in us that wants a husband so bad or wants to be married. So oh my gosh, it's making me sad. I feel like a lot of you guys say these type of things, but you don't know other women's dreams. You don't know what other women want. And I've heard women before like, y'all, I've had so many women come to me, y'all, and they cry or they're sad about not being able to find a man and stuff like that. And they're great women. So please don't make takes like this saying you support traditional women when you don't, because everything you said just was backhanded. Imagine me being like, yes, I support traditional women, but yeah, you cook and clean and stay home from a dumbass man. Like that does not. That's so sad. Like, why can't we have differences and be with each other and like each other? Why do we gotta always attack each other for simple things? We're different. That's okay. Like for me, I would love to be a stay-at-home wife. That's why I do social media for a living, because I know if I ever have kids and things like that, I can still contribute to the family and still do social media and still have kids if that's what I want in the future. But I also want to be able to help my partner. I still go to the gym. Sometimes I still work regular jobs. There's nothing wrong with that. But I still know how to be submissive and cater to a partner. And I still know a man's the head of the household. I don't undermine men. I also don't encourage women to be mean to men, belittle men, or to have this mindset. I strive for love, and my whole content is centered around love and bringing love back. I know that I have a lot of crazy think pieces about cheating and things like that, but again, y'all, you tag me in these videos. I like to also make videos that you guys like. If there's any other videos about traditional women or things like that, my email, I'll put it right here. But I'm only saying this because I want women to still be feminine. I want women to still be themselves and not lose themselves in this fucking feminism crap. Feminism was supposed to be about equality, and look at how far it's gone. It's gone so far to the point where men can't even tell which women want them or not. And that's so sad because there's a lot of us open arms wanting to love a man, wanting to make him sourdough bread. Like there's some of us that wouldn't mind if a man woke us up in the middle of the night, hey babe, can you make us food? We would do that for you. I wouldn't mind doing somebody's laundry, taking care of somebody's son. But there's so many men that are so scared, and I've been around that before, where they don't even trust women anymore. But do you blame them? Look at this mindset. And this is why men say stop listening to your single friends. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm one of those single women that's bitter. Y'all, I love to see my friends happy. I love to see my friends married. I love to see my friends flourishing. I love to see just people. I'm a hopeless romantic. The whole love thing to me is just out of this world. So to see women getting mad at other women because they want to make bread for their husband and take care of their babies. Could you imagine that feeling, right? Of being a woman, being alone for a while. You know, probably feeling alone, not having nobody in your corner, not knowing if somebody's going to ever love you. And then you come across a good man that makes you feel so feminine. You want to make him things. You want to do things for him. You wait for him to come home. And then one day you have somebody at your hip yelling, mommy, mommy. Who am I to tell you that's fucking gross? You shouldn't do that. Get real, dude. The biggest thing in this world for a lot of people is family. And a lot of women don't have family. And a lot of women don't have good family in their corner. So guess what they want to do? Create a better family with their man and theirs. And guess what? I ride with you. I ride at dawn for you ladies. One thing you will never shame in front of me, and I cannot stand this, you're never going to shame 9-to-5 workers. You're never going to shame women who cook and clean for their men. You're never going to shame stay-at-home mommies. You're never going to shame women who want to work. You're never going to shame boss babes in front of me. And you're never going to shame women who want to be great women and encourage other women. Those are the women I will support all the way. Because what are we doing, dude? There's women out here who put their life on the line to take care of their kids. Have you seen those moms with 5 kids? They're writing on the board. They got everything organized, packing their kids' lunches and doing all that. That's a strong individual. To stop taking care of herself, putting makeup on and doing things for herself to take care of her kids and family, she wakes up 2 hours earlier to make her man food before he goes to work. I love you. I love you. If you're a woman who does that, I love you. And if your hard work is not going noticed, I notice you and I'm so proud of you and I love you. Please do not let this feminism stuff get to your head to the point where you start thinking you shouldn't be a housewife or this is never going to be for you. No, don't do that, y'all. If you want to be a housewife, do that. But I will say this just to be let's be real. Just make sure no matter what you're doing in life, always have savings. That goes with anything. And this is not because your man's gonna fucking leave you. That's not always the case. There's some men out here who would die to be with you, dude, and you don't even know it. There's even men out here who won't even leave you. By stats, women leave more than men. So when y'all say this, I don't know. Please just make sure you have finances or something saved. If your husband's giving you allowance, save it, mama. If your husband tells you, babe, work 4 days out of the week, that's it. Save your little money. Because if he does die, get cancer or get sick, you can have some money on the back burner. Or you can make your kids' trust fund. That's all I'm saying. Just have some type of security for you. But please don't have that scarcity mindset where you won't even be happy because you're so afraid a man's going to leave you or cheat on you or you can't be happy. You deserve to be happy. With all the trauma and all the stuff you suffered from childhood, it's your time to shine. Queens, be yourself. If you want to love a man, if you want to be a stay-at-home wife, if you want to just stay home and be in your pretty girl boss era, whatever you guys want to call it, feminine era, I love it. I'll never get mad at a girl who does that. I don't know. I've met so many women that are like, what do you do? Nothing. Just stay at home and my man pays for everything. Amen. Amen. You go, girl. How can you be mad at that? She got the queen treatment because a man looked at her as royalty and treated her as such. Let's be proud of other women instead of doing this to them because that's so mean. You don't know what the fuck a lot of women have gone through as a child or when they were younger. What if they didn't have a dad in their corner? What if they were poor their whole life? So maybe they want a man to take care of them and secure them because that's all they ever dreamed of. Like I said, ladies, have a good one. I'm proud of you. I love you to all the mommies and all the women who want to be stay-at-home wives and to all the rest of the women too as well. Love you. Have a good day.